Hi, I'm Julie here at Green Acres Nursery and Supply, and today it's all about your August garden tasks. We're going to talk about some leaves, how some of them might be looking a little bit off, and fruit tree care, and then we're also going to start talking about cool season vegetables. Let's get started. The first thing is, you've got some plants out there that have been working especially hard, maybe your vegetables, since at least April, through 40-degree temperature swings throughout each and every day, strong winds, being hit by sprinklers, us, pets. Those things might be looking a little bit off. If the leaves that are looking bad are really just at the bottom of the plant, those are just the oldest leaves, and they're going to show damage, wear, and tear a lot sooner than the rest. Feel free to clip off those leaves and discard them. Then take a bigger, longer look at the rest of the plant. If the majority of the leaves are fine, it's probably fine. What's a great sign of health is that the new growth looks good. That means you really are in good shape. Stick to checking on your irrigation for breaks and leaks, and always use organic fertilizers, which feed the soil so your plant can eat and everything is all improved. Next, let's talk about some of your fruit trees. And I'm going to break it down a little bit into categories. And the first category I want to talk about is stone fruits. Those are the ones that have a seed or a pit in the middle, like plums. For these trees, the harvest is almost certainly over, so it's time to take a look at that tree and make sure there's no fruit left on it. Sometimes those are called mummies, where they've actually kind of shriveled up and turned black. Also, check on the ground for any fruit that has fallen. When you remove those mummies from the tree and the fruit from the ground, you've made the biggest impact possible in stopping the cycle of insects and diseases that will affect you next year, so clean all that up. Take a close look at some of the branches. Sometimes we forget to thin the fruit and the branches start to really stress. Maybe you'll start to see some cracks, maybe it'll start to break. When it cracks or breaks, you really can't put that Humpty Dumpty back together. You've got to go ahead and prune that branch off. The problem is, when you prune that branch off, you've taken away this huge outer umbrella, because leaves can burn and the tree's not going to be hurt. Little twigs can burn and the tree's going to recover just fine. But hurt the trunk itself and you've got some real long-term problems. Replace that shade in one of two ways. First, repurpose that frost cloth you had from the winter. It's perfect for this job. In the winter though, you cover the whole plant to keep the heat in. In the summer it's already hot, so you cannot cover the plant. That holds the heat in the summer and makes things worse. Instead, you're going to put the frost cloth in front of the tree so that it's casting a shade or a shadow during the worst parts of the day. And around here, this time of year, I'm talking about 3 p.m. to about 7 p.m. The other thing that helps a whole lot is tree paint. We sell that here at the nursery, and it's water-based. You don't need any special application tools. You just give this thing a good shake, use your paintbrush, and paint any exposed branches or the trunk. That protects against sunburn and boring insects. Now there are some pruning jobs you get to do too. Mostly we're used to doing heavy winter pruning, but trees like our stone fruits really benefit from a summer pruning. It keeps down the height, so you don't have that 30-foot monster where you only have 3 pieces of fruit on the top that the birds got before you did anyway. We're going to manage the height, but you are obliged to not cut more than 25% in any one go in the summer when it's not dormant. Except, there's always an except. Suckers. Suckers come at the base of the trunk where the soil line meets it. And you're going to see these funky looking guys that are coming out at the base. This is most common when your tree is younger. As it gets older, it tends to happen less and less. But suckers rarely, if ever, produce any fruit of any quality or quantity. Those go at any time, no matter what time of the year it is. Further up on the tree, past the graft line, you can also see another kind of sucker. Perhaps you've got an old pruning cut right here, and you're going to see 1, 2, 3 little branches coming out right there. Those go. On the branch itself, you might start to see branches that are going straight up, and they usually grow a bit faster than the rest of the tree too. Those are suckers also, and they are stealing from the health and the vigor of the tree. Those go. Suckers and water spouts go anytime. Anytime you have a question though, of course, bring in a sample or a nice picture. Bring it in, let us take a look at it, and we're going to tell you if something else is going on. How about citrus? Citrus never goes dormant. What are we supposed to do with those guys? They never go dormant. We can't go ahead and take them down by a whole bunch when they're sleeping in the winter. Citrus has a pruning sweet spot, and that's in the spring, when all danger of frost is past, but way before the heat of the summer. That's when you get to take down citrus size and do some major pruning, all right? But just like everybody else, you get to take away the suckers and the water spouts at any time. Also in your August garden tasks is cool season veggies. I know it sounds like I've lost my mind a little bit. You've still got 2 to 3 months of tomatoes and cucumbers left, and I'm talking about broccoli. However, it turns out that August is a great month and an important month in our area for starting cool season veggies. Take advantage of the Green Acres Vegetable Planting Calendar. You can find it in the resources section on our website, as well as copies in the store. What's great about this thing is that it's for your area, and it's divided up between, it's got all the vegetables down one side, cool and warm season, and across the top, each of the 12 months. When you combine the two and look, you're either going to see the letter S for putting it in by seed, or the letter P for starting it by plant. Why would you see seed one month, seed and plant the next month, plant the next month? Because the calendar has taken all the guesswork out of it for you about when you're going to have the greatest success, and everything is temperature dependent. So go ahead and follow those guidelines, and you're really going to see some great stuff. If you really are committed to not doing winter veggies, we back you up on that. You need to take the winter off, but the soil doesn't. Consider cover crops. These are seeds that you put in, and as they grow throughout the fall, winter, and early spring, they actually replenish all of the nutrition that your hard-eating summer veggies took out, while keeping the soil alive and healthy. Check out those cover crops. They make a real big difference. If you like what you saw today and would like to see more videos like this, or have a suggestion about something else, please let us know. Feel free to come and see us anytime at our stores, and we're always available to you at idiggreenacres.com.